Reggae Redemption family, it's your night nurse Kimberly from Coastal Carolina's Modern Rock 98.7. And I am here once again, live and direct with somebody. Etana, I don't know if you consider us friends at this point, but you feel like a special friend to me because it's been 6 months since the last time we talked. And every time we talk, I feel closer to you. So to me, you're a dear friend and you are a reggae artist extraordinaire. And I welcome you back to the Reggae Redemption vlog once again. So thank you for coming again to talk about your concert coming up here in Wilmington and other things.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And yeah, we have spoken a few times. It's always amazing to talk to you. So I'm looking forward to having this conversation one more time
Good.
and to have our reggae audience, you know, find out all the questions that they may have had for however long they've had it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that you are on an interview tour right now. You're on tour. You're coming to our area on April
Yeah.
19th for the 420 celebration at Waterline Brewing.
Hmm.
But you are also today, you are back to back interviews. So I promised your husband slash manager, Andre, that I would treat you with kid gloves and not keep you too long. So let's launch back into it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
So right now, I'm telling you, Itana, you have so many fans on the coast of North Carolina and in this region. They are
Mm.
countless. But I believe one of my best friends on the planet is your biggest fan. Her name is Shannon Patterson, and Shannon is the first person in our chat blog right now. She's like, "Hey Kim," and look, I've known this woman 30 years, and she put your name in all caps. Hey Kim and Etana, right? Can't wait for the show. I see how you live in Shannon. It's all right though. It's okay. But she loves you, dear. She's your biggest fan.
Big up
Absolutely.
yourself, Shannon.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Etana, now you are coming for the 420 celebration at Waterline Brewing, one of our premier breweries in this town,
Yeah.
on the 19th. And we're excited to see you. But my radio listening audience from Reggae Redemption, my show, is not aware that starting this Sunday, I'm going to give away passes for folks to meet and greet you at the meet and greet, and it's on the 19th, hours before you perform at the 420 concert. So with
Mm.
that said, you come to Wilmington quite a bit, and we are far off the beaten path. You and I talked before, and you said such kind things about the audience here in Wilmington. I
Yeah.
want to know what, not just our audience, but what fuels you from the audience, and how do your fans fuel what you do?
What fuels me is the love for music and the love for people. Um, and they fuel me by showing up to the shows
Yeah,
and singing along with me and being just as involved as I am on the stage. They fuel me by sharing their own stories of how the music impacted their lives and so on.
I
Um,
was
the music and the people, they go together. It's a positive vibe that bounces back and forth and around us all in the venue same way. So um, that's why, that's part of the reason why I do what I do every day.
awesome, awesome, awesome. I love to hear that. And I think as reggae fans, which I started out as one, I'm gonna take a wild guess that because you are from Jamaica, you might have started as a fan of the music. Did you? Is that how you kind of started as an artist? Don't let me put words in your mouth.
Well, I think reggae music has always been in me, because yes, I am Jamaican, I was born in Jamaica. But I think like the reason I started was to inspire people,
Mhm.
and to uplift people to make their journey lighter. I had to decide um, why I even wanted to sing in the first place. Because coming out of a group with four girls doing hip hop and I'm not hip hop, but I'm sorry, like R&B rock music,
Yeah.
and moving over to reggae, I had to really decide whether I wanted to go to reggae music and the reason why I believed that it was the best path for me to take. And so after deciding that, and being a background vocalist for Richard Spice for a while, and
Woo.
going off to my own, um, in, into finding my own self. I had to make that decision. So I decided to do it to inspire people.
And you have never fallen short of that. I know that you are a lyricist, and I think an extraordinary lyricist. And you and I
Thank you.
talk. It's the truth. Anyone who really knows me and goes back with me years will tell you and anybody else. I don't blow smoke. I say exactly what I mean. You are an incredible lyricist, and you have an ability to do what I think is one of the hardest things in the world for musicians and singer songwriters to do, which is not only do you know how you feel about the issues and concerns that go on, just as humans exist, and in terms of what goes on in the world around all the humans exist, but you have an ability to be empathetic. You almost feel what other people might be feeling, and you convey it through your lyrics and through your music. And I'd
Mhm.
love to know how long have you been that person? That's a touchstone. That is a To me, that's a gift and a talent to be able to feel how you feel in certain vibrations and irations. But how did you come by this gift to convey
Well,
other people's stories?
um, you know, I could just be sitting in a room
Yes.
and the lyrics and the melody comes to me at the same time. It's not something that I could be having a conversation with somebody about some issue, and then a few days later, the lyrics and the melody comes. So I
Wow.
don't think it's all, my thought and my idea. I think it comes from someplace, whether it's deep in within my consciousness or, beyond me, and it comes through me. I don't know, but it comes, and I write it down, and I
Yeah.
go to the studio and I just record it, or I just call the musicians and we create the music around it and create the song. So it's not something that I sit down and I think about and say, okay, I'm going to use this line, or I'm going to use this line to say this. It just comes naturally.
That is conveyed in everything that you do, and that brings me to a question that I asked you off camera before we started the interview, talking about the times in which we are living. Your lyrics and your delivery of conscious Rasta music and reggae, which is a terminology that I learned from the great Luton Fire, which is a whole other conversation, but you're a conscious lyricist,
Mhm.
and in the times in which we are living, I think reggae can play and does play a significant role. How does your role in reggae as a woman, let's add that nuance, how do you feel that your message and your platform helps to transform and inform the times we're living in? And before you answer that, I'll give you an example. My radio show's been on for 32 years. I think that the platform that I've been gifted and given by the Most High, because it couldn't have come from anywhere else, because I'm certainly not Caribbean in my background at all. I've done ancestry, you know,
Yeah.
but I know that it serves a specific role, not only in the market that I'm in, but in the universe. When women learn and speak and do, I think every single one of us has a deep influence on the world and how it changes. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of that.
Well, I've never deviated from my um the reason and I wanted to do reggae music, or my goal to inspire and to uplift people. And the you'll find that over time, uh a lot of the things that we experience on a daily, it's not new. It
Mm-mm.
has happened before,
Yeah.
you know, and the lyrics and um the purpose of the music, right?
Yeah.
Through even other artists, has transcend time and generation, same way with the same message. So I think that, we are used by the Most High
We are.
to carry these
Yes.
messages through time, so we can continue to serve the purpose of, inspiring and carrying people through generations to generations, because a lot still remains the same, though so many things change, you know.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
and so you will find that even after me, that other females and other male artists, other artists will come, and they will too carry the message on. So it's necessary and needed. And I think is doing exactly what I intended it to do. Um, and I do believe that I'm serving my purpose, and I will continue to do that, because as I go through different venues, I can hear people say, because of you, I no longer drink, or I've been
yes.
6 years drug free, or my
Ooh,
mother doesn't drink anymore, or my cancer went away, or I had to separate from my abusive husband or my abusive wife, or my different things, triumphs over different battles, and how much
yes.
the music has inspired people. That is the purpose of it. And I think that it will continue to do its works even after me, because that is the power of music.
I believe you, and that you could not have given me a better and more nuanced and purposeful reply to my question. And you mentioned collaboration and working with and doing work outside yourself. And I do know that you have a piece with Mr. Vegas, which I love, and I'm going to tell you why. Outside of its dynamic, um, I don't know that because you are a songbird, and a singer, people have a hard time, not with you, but just in general,
Mhm.
in having people from different backgrounds connect. And as we say in Rastafari, I net.
Mhm.
So knowing that
Mhm.
you take me to church every time you open your mouth. I don't care what the topic is. I go to church with
Yeah.
Etana every time, right? And or you take me to the deepest part of my hearts and my emotionality and all of the things, even some of my sensuality. You take us all over the place, right? With what
Yeah.
you do. Mr. Vegas is an unlikely partner for you because he is hardcore strictly. He has been, his backdrop has been dancehall and of course migrated into other things. But how does that come together? How does that happen? Because you all do beautiful work together, I'm sure.
Um, I didn't think about how, I wondered for a second how it would come together. But as soon as we started working together and we started
Yeah.
listening to the voices together, then
Yes.
we're like, oh my God, it really works, you know?
Yes.
Um, and it is surprising, and I think a lot of people, when they do hear the music, they're going to be surprised, and I look forward to that surprise and see how they will react to the music created. In one of the songs will be released at the end of this month in March. And I also did a song with Beanie Man, but it's not my first song with Beanie Man. Like, I have recorded with Beanie Man on the album called Gemini, with a song called One More Time, you know. Um, and so I feel like, once an artist is creative, uh, and loves music, it always does work. Just like when I did the song with Vibes Cartel, it still worked, because at the end of the day, he's a creative person, a creative artist, who then
Absolutely.
says, he tailored the song exactly as he thought it should have been, because of who I am, right? And when he did it, people were like, "Oh my God, you did a song with Vibes Cartel. What is he gonna say now?" And
Yes.
then after they hear it, they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you
okay.
know,
Well, all right. So it's one of those what had happened moments, right? That we're
yeah."
going to be waiting to see it
Yeah, so
and
I
to
don't think
hear.
it's something that, you know, and then again, if it's coming from me, you
Yes.
you kind of know that, like, by now, from all the music that I've
Oh,
created in
yes.
time, that I don't create songs that don't make sense. So
No, you don't.
yeah.
You never do. You never
Yeah.
do. Okay, that's gonna give me a nice segue into I can't imagine that there are people who are first timers if they are true reggae fans at one of your concerts. Because if you are a true reggae fan, you've seen Etana live more than one time. If you call
Yeah.
yourself a true reggae fan, which, by the way, Janice Brooks, I see you in the vlog, and I know that you're in the chat. So real quick, I'll mention Janice and Henry. They are elders in our Rastafari community, and they hail from an area that's about 45 minutes from it till an hour from here. But
Mm.
I'm sure they're going to be at your concert because Janice and Henry show up and they show out, and I would
Oh
love
wow.
them to have a picture or something with you if we can make that happen. She's in the chat and she's just excited,
That's amazing.
excited as she can be.
That's amazing.
It
Hi,
is.
Janice and Henry. How are you?
Well, thank you so much, Etana. But that does bring me to closer, and I know I said I wouldn't keep you because I'm not gonna let Andre down because your hubby made me promise to take care of you. Is he over there? Right there. He's right there.
Yeah, he's to the
He's
left.
like, I'm not gonna, you can't keep her too long, so I'm not gonna keep you too long. But probably closer to one of the last questions I'll ask you, Etana, is if no one's if a person has never been, because that's how I started this long question. If
Hmm.
if if someone's never been to an Etana concert, what can they expect, or what is an outlay that you would like for folks to have?
You know, come get ready to dance. Come get ready to feel good and share positive
Yes,
energy and positive vibes. You know, rock to real reggae music and take in some messages that you can take with you for a long time. You know, it's an experience. It's an energy. It's a vibe, and
yes,
um, I'm sure once you get it, you will not forget it. You know,
ever.
yeah.
And thank you so much for not being too shy or humble or modest to answer that, because I ask that question all the time of giants like you in the industry and in the genre, and sometimes people shy away from it, but you're a queen
Oh
among
no.
us. You know what
I
you
get
do.
I don't yeah, I definitely don't walk around tooting my own horn, but I do um have to know myself and know the works that I create and
Yeah,
know how they impact the lives of people over time. And that I will not shy away from because the works it's already done. You can see it, you know.
I know that, and I feel that, and we are blessed to have you.
Yeah.
We the last question that I'll ask you is rooted in a loss that we all suffered this past week with Coco T.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever worked with him or if you even knew him, but I will say, as someone who has seen him in concert, he was a consummate musician, and I would love to know any thoughts that you could leave with us about experiences with Coco T or his influence on you.
I mean, his works will live on forever. I've been
Absolutely.
on shows that he's been on before, and he's loved. You know, um, I don't know him personally to like sit and have a conversation with him. I've never done that,
Yes. Yes.
but I do know that he's loved and his works is loved.
Yes.
And one of the most powerful things about being a creator of music is that the
Yes.
music will live beyond us.
Oh, it
And
does.
right, and so we continue to live through the music just the same. So we never die. We continue going, even through the music, and I think that's so incredible
It
for
is.
any creator of music, you know. So while people may think when somebody passes away, it's a time to mourn.
Mm.
I feel like it's a time to celebrate life and the works of the person um, that they have, you know, put in the universe, in the atmosphere for us and those after us to feed from, you know?
I do know, and I said that was the last question, but maybe this isn't a question. And I'm going to let you go. Andre, do you hear? I'm letting her go.
You can
Um,
get here.
it is what everything that you just said speaks to my very favorite tune, and you probably get tired of hearing it from most of the people. Everybody's got a different
No,
favorite Etana tune,
yeah.
but my very favorite that will always make sense to me and bring me peace is Ja Chariot. And I want
Uh-huh.
to believe that that song is rooted in what I think is rooted in, which is that is part of you. You make going home to Zion and to the Most High like a celebration in that song. And is it what it's supposed to be? Is that what it's supposed to be?
Jah Chariot, it's like it takes us back to our ancestors. And even in, when they play like the old Roots movies,
Yeah.
or um then you will hear the ancestors hum,
Oh
mm,
my God.
you know? Yes. And
Woo.
so, oh yeah.
Yes,
And
girl,
that's
you
the
just took me
person.
all the way out. Why you do me like you got me welling up like from 2 bars of humming? That is
Yeah.
where you are gifted. Oh my God.
It takes us back to our ancestors,
Yes,
their struggles, their story, our
yes,
story.
yes,
Um, and it's just basically saying that, you know, when you see that chariot rolling,
yeah,
strolling, jabby on that ride, it means when you travel through life,
yeah,
right, as a person, our people, we should stick together, work together, take care of each other, love
yes,
each other.
yeah,
Together as we unite, so is the Most High in the midst of it all, right? And when
yes,
we're not doing good, and when we're not loving each other and not doing all the things that we should do, um, as the people of the Most High, then we start to suffer the consequences, and then God is not in the midst of it all. And so that is what that song is about. And remembering how, remembering the pain and struggle of our ancestors. And,
yes,
to think of what they have done to
yes,
cause us to be living how we
yes,
live today, you know,
yes.
and to think of
Absolutely.
how much more we can give to go further, so we too can cause our next generation to live in a better way. So that is Jack Chariot sounds like a simple song, but it's very, 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 very deep.
It's very, very deep and it's very powerful, and it really does take us to church, whether you want to go or not. That's one of your signatures, and so much more. And I am gonna let you go, and I am excited that you're coming to play the 420 event here at Waterline Brewing. You all check out Port City Reggae on Facebook and other platforms to get your tickets to see Etana on April 19th. I'm really excited to host the meet and greet at Wrightsville Beach Brewery, 10 a.m.
Mm.
until noon, and starting this Sunday for all the Reggae Redemption listeners. Starting this Sunday, we're going to give a very few exclusive passes away to the right caller if you're listening to Reggae Redemption on Sunday on Coastal Carolina's Modern Rock. But for now, um, Itana, I'm going to let you go. And is there anything for the good of the order that you'd like to say to your countless fans as we part company today?
Live and love life is the greatest gift. Come out to the show, enjoy good reggae music, feel the vibe, feel the joy, rock with it, you know, and take the
Yeah.
memories with you. It is something to take with you, and it's not everything that you can take is tangible. Some things are intangible, and it's those ones sometimes that is the most powerful. So come soak it up. Good reggae music.
You are going to leave us with exactly that. Memories to me are tangible, and that's what Itana's music creates memories and moments. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, my sister, for your time today.
Oh,
And I
thank
will
you for
see you
having
on
me.
the 19th.
But
Peace and blessings, Itana. Bye
yeah.
bye. Right back at you, Queen. Okay, Reggae Redemption fans and friends, make no mistake whatsoever. It is always my great pleasure to be in the presence of that woman, that queen, that angelic voice known as Etana. So, again, check out your local listings for the 420 event coming up on April 19th at Waterline Brewing. And also, I want you to listen to Reggae Redemption this Sunday and for the following few Sundays before that, several Sundays actually, before that event. I only have a handful of these passes to this meet and greet with Etana. And all you got to do is be the correct caller to get in. It's free of charge. And it's going to be happening on April 19th, 10 a.m. at Wrightsville Beach Brewery. You can't get in without being on the Reggae Redemption list. So listen to the show on Sunday, 10 a.m. until noon on Coastal Carolina's Modern Rock 98.7. And maybe you will be on the list to meet and greet this wonderful woman, this consummate songbird and singer-songwriter, Etana. I know it's a Monday, and you joined me anyway. Several folks who've checked in the chat, as well as I see the numbers growing, let alone the people who are watching and not chiming in. I thank you so much for joining me today on a Monday afternoon for this exclusive interview with Etana. No one else in this market or in this region is getting this interview. Reggae Redemption listeners are. So thank you, and we will hopefully see you at the meet and greet at Wrightsville Beach Brewery, 10 a.m. on April 19th, or at the concert on April 19th at Waterline Brewing. All right, until we meet again, continue. As you know, I say it on the show all the time. I continually to listen to conscious Rasta and reggae music because, as your night nurse, I do. I truly believe they are both part of the healing of all nations. Peace and blessings, and whatever it is that you do with the rest of your day, take some reggae with you. All right, I'll see you Sunday morning, 10 a.m. on Coastal Carolina's Modern Rock 98.7.